Hi guys,
Hello.
I'm Melissa and I support Manchester City.
I'm top here. I support Man United. Woo! Get in.
And welcome to our derby analysis.
Yeah. We just wanted to sit down and do our reaction or reflection or analysis for the match. Man City against Man United, Saturday, January 17th, 2026. So we're just gonna start off by looking at the lineups. What do you think about the lineups today? Do you think Pep got the lineups right? And what do you think about Michael Carrick's first lineup since becoming Manchester United's interim or caretaker manager?
Okay, I think we can clearly see from this video one, and yeah, anyway, it doesn't matter. Based on what we have in the team, our defensive injuries, I think Pep got it right. He had to use what we have, the resources that we have, and Matheus Nunes apparently has the flu, so we had to put Rico Lewis in the right back position, and Max Elaine was quite good. Kusanov is very good. His speed is excellent, but I'm not sure about leaving Nico O'Reilly. I think he's been doing very good this season, and I think he should have had a chance to start, especially because it was a derby. And then for United's lineup, well, that's all you've got, so I think that was good.
Yeah, don't try to recreate it off for nothing. I personally think that Pep didn't quite get it right with regards to how he lined up his back four. I think his defensive lineup wasn't so good for me because I think Nico O'Reilly should have started that game from the get-go. I never thought that Rico Lewis was up to the tempo with regards to that game, to the nature of the Manchester derby. So I don't think he should have started. I also didn't agree with his decision of starting Rodri because I think Rodri is still trying to get to that position where he was before in previous Manchester derbies. But I didn't think that. Even if he started, I didn't think that he was going to get it right today. Which were like.
Okay, let me stop you there.
Okay.
If not Rodri, then who? Nico is not there. Nico Gonzalez has an injury.
I think he instead of playing Phil Foden forward, he could have put Phil Foden a little bit deeper in the defensive hole, because Foden usually has that good defensive capacity, and Tijani Reinders is not really, in my own assessment, is not really good defensively, so you could have pushed him further forward because Reinders is much more effective when he's further forward generally. So I think that probably would have worked, and then Rodri would have come to sort of stabilize the game a little bit later on rather than starting him. That's what I think.
Okay, fair enough. That's a fair analysis, but I just think Manchester United was just good. They just came to the party, and Rodri starting was not such a bad idea. Consider we needed some bit of maturity in the starting lineup, I think.
I don't know. There's no way that you were going to have some maturity because already your back four, they are not seasoned defenders who know how to play the intensity of playing in the Manchester derby.
Exactly.
That's the way. Wait. Hold up. But Phil Foden is like experienced in playing in Manchester derby, and Tijani Reinders has played in some of the this kind of matches that have greater intensity. Where did he come from? He came from AC Milan, isn't it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Reinders?
Yeah, Reinders. Yeah, he's been playing games of such intensity with clubs like Inter Milan, the Milan derby, and games like that. So I'm pretty sure he kind of
understands. Can't compare the Serie A with.
No, I can't compare the Serie A, but sort of he knows what is at stake to a certain extent. That's what I'm trying to argue. So given that Rodri was not up to tempo, he is a player that could have started for you and things could have gone well for you. But nevertheless, let's cross over to Manchester United's starting 11.
What did you think?
I didn't quite agree with starting Dalot because Dalot has been poor. But I feel like already when you look at the squad, Michael Carrick went for experience versus or rather than promising talents or young prospective talents that could actually finally make it into the Man United first 11. So Dalot was not my perfect choice because he's been poor in the past few matches, but in terms of experience. And then Maguire coming in back from injury, that's a boost. Martinez, the butcher, and they've got Casemiro. He's played like several matches that have got intensity. If you look at his career from Real Madrid, coming to United. Menu, I think it was to a certain extent a way to try to appease the naysayers who were saying, "Oh, he's Italian from the academy, so he should be given a chance." Especially the fact that he hasn't been playing a lot under Amorim.
Yeah.
But I think that still he didn't have enough pace to keep up with the game. But he was decent. He made critical, interceptions, defensive, progressing the ball. He was quite good, but still he lacks the pace. Ahmad, you don't even need to ask. Fernandes.
At this point, I wish
Dogo.
Ivory Coast was in the AFCON final and that man didn't have to come back. That's a demon for Manchester City.
Yeah.
Last derby as well at the Etihad, he scored 2 goals against Man City, and we lost the derby at the Etihad.
Yes.
And I remember it's heartache, like the same heartache I have today. But anyway, we move. What do you think of our attack?
Your attack?
Yeah.
I don't think, to be honest, I think it was a selection headache for Pep. Because, he's got quite good players and they're very, very great talents. You've got the Cherkis of this world. You've got Haaland. You've got Semenyo. And you've got Dogo. You also got Savio. So I think it was
Savio is injured. Okay.
Oh, he's currently injured.
Yeah,
I didn't know about things. I mean, I don't care about that. You have to follow that
okay.
kind of news. So yeah. So yeah, I think it was a good headache for Pep. In the end, went with Semenyo over Cherki, and he sort of went with Dogo over Cherki as well, simply because Semenyo has been in the Premier League for quite longer than.
Do you think that was his reasoning?
Yeah, I think so. He kind of. We cannot really say Cherki knows how it is like to play in Old Trafford compared to Semenyo. Obviously, when you look at those two players, obviously Semenyo has played multiple times in Old Trafford when you compare to him with Cherki. So I think that probably could have been a factor. And then also the second factor, definitely Semenyo is generally doing quite well. If you look at his games with City,
I know you
Newcastle,
are a United fan,
stuff,
but
so,
can you tell me why Pep is always starting Bernardo Silva? I know he's the captain very well, but sometimes when he doesn't do well, I do agree he's good. He's everywhere. He helps the team, but does he have to start every match?
I think Bernardo Silva is quite fit. And he can run literally the whole match. Of course, he makes some mistakes or thereabouts, but it's normal for any football player to make mistakes. But I think he's generally fit. He's available, and he sort of brings that experience to the team and some degree of stability actually, which is needed in the team. So I think maybe that's why he starts him every now and then. And when you look at the Manchester City's lineup, he's that kind of a player who has some freedom and he's all over the place. So I think that's why Pep always puts him in the team to try to create something from nothing. So that's why I think he always starts. But
he hasn't been creating of late. To be honest. He hasn't been doing much. I know he's our captain, but I don't think he's been doing much. But anyway, I
It's-
think Ahmed and Bomo were very good. It was really good that, blessing for United that they came back from AFCON and their teams didn't qualify. So that was really good. Yeah.
All right, so we now want to look at the key moments in the match. Some of the moments that almost got us punching at each other when we were watching when we were watching the match. Right, the first moment, the 11th minute.
No,
Dalot,
I think you've gone too far. Maguire.
Oh yeah,
Nearly scored in the third minute.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
That just showed United was ready. I'm always watching United matches, and I felt like they never get chances so early on, and I feel like United was just showing that they didn't come to play.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I think it was another demonstration of Maguire's aerial dominance when it comes to jumping up and heading the ball. You almost know that when Maguire is going to score, it's definitely going to be a header.
Yeah,
it's
fair
definitely
enough.
going to be that moment of chaos and just use the use of body and power and height and everything.
Yeah.
So I think it would have been a dream start for United if that goal had gone in, but well, it hit the woodwork.
At that point, I felt like, okay, fine, that was just a chance. I thought we were still in the game. To be honest, it didn't scare me.
No.
If I'm going to be
Okay.
honest, it didn't scare me.
You're
at
like,
all.
oh, it's United. Lads.
Yeah, I thought,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other thing was, I think you were going to talk about the challenge on
Yeah, 11th minute. This got to that.
on
Yeah.
Jeremy Doku
Yeah.
by was it Dalot?
Yeah. It was Dalot.
What do you think?
I mean, I think you can recall when we were watching the match together when Dalot went in flying. I said it outright, like this is a red card.
Red any
Yeah,
day.
but-
Red any day.
but,
And Dalot should have been sent off.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, I kind of contested it initially before the replay, because who was the referee?
The famous Anthony
Yeah,
Taylor.
Anthony Taylor had made a couple of controversial decisions
Earlier.
in the I think in the 7th or 8th minute of the match.
Okay.
But when I looked at the replay, I was like, oh hell no, he got away with one here, Dalot, because he should have been given a red card and he should have been given matching orders. But yay, it was the day. It was our day, I
But
guess.
quite frankly, I think Man City has just been unlucky.
Yeah.
Especially with VAR decisions, officiating decisions in general. This season, I can recollect 3 moments when things didn't go.
Newcastle game.
Times 2. The
Yeah,
penalty on Phil
yeah.
Foden, and obviously the Semenyo goal that was ruled out. But anyway, that's in the past. We can't change the results. And
You can't.
Yeah.
And I mean, so long as it's football, you're going to have those moments where decisions don't go your way.
All the time,
And you have to just, get on with it. And then you're like, okay, fine, it happens. And then we go to Luke Shaw's yellow card in the 17th minute. I personally think that Anthony Taylor got it wrong because immediately before Luke Shaw went in with a challenge that he was finally given a yellow card for, I think Anthony Taylor should have stopped the match when Dogu was fouled by Kusanov just close to the arc of the 18 area. I think when I looked at it, that has always been a foul for me. There was no reason for the ref to ignore that, because Kusanov almost pulled Dogu to the ground, and I was like, why was this not given? What do you think?
I sort of disagree because there are other things that happened. Like where United players were, pulling Man City players. I just feel like it was just, Anthony Taylor just trying to manage the game. That's my view. But then again,
But how do you manage the game? And then because the momentum from that decision that you did not award,
yeah, but he didn't give a red card when he was supposed to.
No, but you can't justify it that way. Because he didn't give a decision in favor of United that he was clearly supposed to give, and then moments later or a few seconds later, you go in and give Luke Shaw a card.
Could it have been
because
maybe the
he's
intensity?
protesting the decision that you have just previously made.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but-
we know that in terms of the rules, a player cannot protest
But
if
you're
they
not
protest.
supposed to. Yeah, exactly.
They're
my
given
point.
a card.
That's the reason why he
But-
was given a card, not because of. I think that's the reason why he was given.
But
the yellow
sometimes they
card.
have to speak out.
Yeah, then you get a card. Speak out, get a card.
Well,
Okay.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
And then we've got the 34th minute disallowed goal for United when Ahmad went in a little bit too early. When I looked at it before even the VAR checked it, I always thought that it was going to be
Offside.
an offside because I think Ahmad went a fraction a little bit too early in that match. I didn't even think that they would. I didn't need to be convinced by the Lions because I kind of saw it that it was.
Well, I think, yeah. Well, to be fair, I was just happy it was offside because I was just happy it was offside because I thought it was a goal, and I don't know.
City could have lost 7-0 today, you know.
Well, we didn't. That's the good thing. Thank God for the offside rule. But anyway,
And then Bruno's 41st minute goal disallowed. What's your take on that?
I'm just happy it was offside. That's all I can say. I'm just happy it was offside.
what-
Thank God for VAR in this case, and thank God it was offside because I was telling him during the game because I think he was quite scared, and the history derby between the two teams, Manchester City, usually does better, but in this case, I was telling him in the first half that this is total domination of Manchester City by Manchester United, and he didn't believe it because I think he was just trying to
I didn't agree.
to be kind. When you're
I
trying to
wasn't
put a
being
cushion,
kind. I wasn't
and
being kind.
but you were just trying to guard your heart just in
Nope.
case you lose the game.
No, I was being realistic because number one, looking at United's previous games, looking at just what's happening around the club and everything, and also looking at the context of the game and what was happening in the game, we were not controlling possession. City had all the ball, and City was settling into the game, and they were really detecting the pace of the game.
I disagree.
We were only surviving by counter attacks. We weren't really doing anything.
I disagree. United had the best chances as much as we had the ball.
That came from counter attacks.
But whenever we had the ball, we did nothing with it.
Yeah,
No
because
shots on target.
United were sitting deep.
Yeah, fair enough. But we have so many teams playing like that against us, and we always open them up. Why was it so different with this team? I just think they were better.
You just failed. It was not your day.
Anyway.
Alright. So yeah. Yellow card on Rodri in the 45th minute. 47.
That was cynical.
Yeah, that was very cynical
Yeah,
because
we don't need to talk
because
about that.
Dogo was on his bike, isn't it?
Yeah.
He was just like running away with the
And
with
can
the,
we
with the ball.
talk about how I told you before the match that Dogo was going to score?
Yeah,
And
guys. She said that Dogo was going to score, and I was like, nah, probably Dogo is going to just cross the balls into the 18 area, maybe an assist. That will be or a form of goal involvement or some sort will be the best that you can get out of this match. But yes, Dogo did score, and
How much do you owe me?
I was
100 quid?
I was embarrassed.
100 quid?
No, we didn't agree that.
Yeah.
No,
Just put it in.
no,
Okay.
we didn't agree that.
Just put it in.
Anyway, 65th minute, Brian Bomo finally scores the goal. Oh my goodness, that was like a sweet electric counter attack.
Well, that was really good. I give it to United. Manchester City was just caught with their pants down. That's it.
Yeah, because at that moment, City was really high up the pitch and they were trying to put pressure on United and they were trying to find a way to unlock United's defense. But what happened? Surprise, surprise. I really loved that one. That was an electric counter attack, definitely.
Yeah.
It was
I have nothing to
it was
say.
it was a
It's
good
just
one.
good.
Yeah. Then of course substitution. Bomo, Cunha from Bomo. I think that was strategic because I felt like after that goal, Bomo was a bit fatigued. He looked fatigued. So subbing him off for Cunha, it was like a way to try to get the momentum back into the game, because at that point in time, I felt like Michael Carrick felt that City was on a back foot and they were trying to do some sort of a damage control. They weren't attacking a little bit more as they were doing before we scored. So that was effective because Cunha came in, and what did he do? He assisted.
A disallowed goal. Let's just put it that way. He assisted a disallowed goal.
No, but Cunha was the one who assisted Patrick Dorgu's goal.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah,
He
he first of all crossed the ball into Mount, which was disallowed. I think it was the disallowed goal. Probably was before Patrick Dorgu scored, but either ways, it had an impact on the game. So I think it was a good one in. To United, and some people.
Well, I have nothing to say about our subs. It just showed that we were done. Honestly, we're just trying to manage the damage. I guess maybe to preserve our goal difference and at least leave Old Trafford with a bit of dignity. Because we were being thrashed. That's the honest truth.
Your pens were taken down today. I'm sorry.
It was. I'll give it to you. United was the better team, to be fair.
I'm really, really sorry.
And then,
And overall, what do you think about Pep's substitutions? O'Reilly for Alain, Mukasa for Haaland, Ryan Diaz for getting in for Bernardo Silva, Aiden Nuri getting in for Rico Lewis. What do you think? What do you make of Pep's subs?
Like I said, I just feel
was it trying to chess the game, or it was like, okay?
No, like I said, we had given up. I feel like we had given up, and we're just trying to manage the game, like to preserve our dignity and not be thrashed 5-0 or something like that. Because it looked like it was going that way. United would just, it was just punch after punch, push after push, and they were hungry for it. They were the better team, and if you look at those substitutions, I feel like it was just trying to ensure that we reduce the damage. So, were they good substitutions? Maybe.
Nah.
Maybe. Honestly, at this point, I really don't know. Maybe just to manage the game, but Haaland was non-existent today.
Yeah.
What I can say
was
is
ghosting, wasn't he?
The robot is malfunctioning. We need to do something about it. You
get another one. You spend another 100 million.
Let's not go there. That's on the next video. But the robot is malfunctioning. Well done to United.
Get it.
They were the better team in my view. But
so overall, we say Manchester United earned a significant derby win under Michael Carrick, making a strong start to his time as a
But Manchester is blue.
No, it's red. It's red. Can't you see? It matches, Manchester red.
Okay. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you guys for tuning in
and listening to our rants.
Yeah, we hope to see you in the next video. This is just the start of it. Another one is coming. Bye.